To her gubernatorial campaign is chair of the House Fraud Prevention and State Oversight Committee, Minnesota State Representative Kristen Robbins. She's also running to be Minnesota's next governor. Representative, thank you for being with us here today. I think my first question to you is, what do the voters of Minnesota think about all of this rampant fraud that has been exposed in Minneapolis?
Minnesotans are fed up. They see their dollars being stolen by fraudsters, and they are working harder than ever just to make ends meet. So Minnesotans are fed up with the fraud and the lack of accountability.
I was curious about that, Representative, because Minnesotans keep electing very liberal politicians tolerant of this type of cultural rot and judges that let these people off the hook of any sense of accountability. And I do wonder if there's ever a tipping point for the people of Minnesota. Do they ever say enough is enough? It would seem that autism fraud should be that tipping point.
Yes, I think autism fraud and all the other vectors of fraud have brought Minnesotans to the tipping point. People had no idea the scope and scale of this, and unfortunately, I'm not sure we still have a handle on it. I think we are really at the tip of the iceberg. But as these charges come down, as these indictments are handled out, we keep peeling back the layers of the onion. So it started with child care fraud, then it went to Feeding Our Future. Now we're at autism centers, sober homes, non-emergency medical transportation, integrated community supports. I mean, there's a long list, and we are just getting started.
And that might not even be the most scandalous part, the fraud, because there are indications as well that this money not only went to fund lavish lifestyles, but it was sent back to Somalia. We know how much Somalia takes in the form of remittances. And that money going into Somalia, according to the City Journal, is also making its way to terror groups in Somalia, like Al-Shabaab. And just as a reminder to anybody watching, Al-Shabaab has a long history of terror incidences, even some as recently as this month, where they killed 2 Kenyan officers in a bomb attack near the Somali border. So I would only imagine, I would have to think the Minnesota taxpayer, realizing that some of their hard-earned money is being sent directly to Somalia to possibly fund Al-Shabaab, would outrage Minnesotans.
They are absolutely outraged, and they want change and accountability. And so our fraud committee has been holding hearings all during session, and even though we're not in session, we continue to hold monthly hearings to shine a spotlight on it, to try to bring public awareness. We had a whistleblower fraud portal that we set up last spring, and we've had hundreds of reports, and we continue to follow up on them. So I want Minnesotans to know that we are absolutely doing the work, and our federal partners in the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Department of Justice are doing a fantastic job in prosecuting these cases. But there's a lot more to uncover. And the money's been going to Somalia. There's also been property that now Minnesota taxpayers own, a resort in Kenya, an apartment in Turkey, an apartment in Nairobi, so culinary school in Ohio. I mean, people are outraged that this is how their money has been spent, and that Minnesota citizens have not been getting services that they deserve.
Well, of course, it's been depriving American citizens of their own services. There is indication in the reporting that the reasons this was able to proliferate is a combination of cultural factors, including Minnesota Nice, and the idea that if you drew attention to this potential fraud, you were dismissed as a racist. It's often said in order to run for statewide office in Minnesota, you have to win Minneapolis. And by correspondence, to win Minneapolis, you have to win the Somali community. So what would you say today to that community of Somalians in Minneapolis?
I think there is a large number of Somalis who are fed up with the fraud as well. Some of my best whistleblowers are from the Somali community, even though most of the cases are also concentrated in the Somali community. So I think that we have to work together to stop this fraud on the front end. And I appreciate the whistleblowers who have reached out to us, and I encourage more to do so.
All right. Representative Robbins, we wish you the best of luck, and thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.